The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
A snappy welcome, my dears. I hope you all had a happy weekend. So let's begin today's session. So children, even in the most desperate moments of life, there will always be a ray of hope. It is the immense power of the mind that can create miracles in life. We can get over circumstances by virtue of our mind power. So in today's class, we are going to learn a new story. The title of the story is The Last Leaf, written by O. Henry. The theme of the story is selflessness and sacrifice. In this story, there are three major characters: Sue, Johnsy and Mr. Berman. The setting of the story is Greenwich Village. So children, in this story also, we can see how the power of the mind play miracles in life. So now let's begin the story. So children, as I said before, the setting of the story is Greenwich Village. The people who came to Greenwich Village was very much attracted, or they were very much interested to come to Greenwich Village because they liked the bohemian life of the village and they enjoyed living among so many artists. It's a story of two girls, Sue and Johnsy, who lived in a small flat. It was situated at the top of an 3-storied brick house. And Johnsy was a familiar name for Joanna, and she was from Maine and Sue was from California. They met in an English street hotel. Suddenly, Johnsy fell very seriously ill because she had pneumonia and she would lie in her bed without moving. So the next morning, a doctor came to consult Johnsy, and doctor told to Sue that Johnsy had lost the will to live, and she made up her mind that she is not going to get well. So at that time, Sue said that Johnsy wanted to paint the Bay of Naples. But Sue also tried her best to make Johnsy take an interest in things and things around her, and she talked about clothes and fashions, but Johnsy always did not respond. Then she continued to lie still on her bed, and Sue brought her drawing board into Johnsy's room. Then, to take Johnsy's mind off her illness, she whistled while working. So while seeing the condition of Johnsy, Sue was very much worried and she always tried to liven up Johnsy, but Johnsy remained unaffected. Then Sue sat beside her and started painting in order to create interest in her and take her mind off her illness. And suddenly Sue heard something that Johnsy was whispering something. Then at that time she quickly rushed to the bed and heard Johnsy counting backwards. She was looking out of the window and was saying 12. After some time she whispered 11, 10, 9, 8 like that. So Sue was very much anxious that she was thinking why she was counting backwards. So Sue anxiously looked out of the window. There she saw an old ivy tree. So there she saw an old ivy creeper climbing halfway up the brick wall opposite their window. So in the strong wind outside, the creeper was shedding its leaf and and Jhansi was counting that leaves, that is why she was counting backwards. So after seeing this ivy creeper, Sue asked Jhansi, what is it dear? At that time Jhansi replied, 6. That is, they are falling faster now. 3 days ago there were almost 100 leaves, but now there are only 5 left. So while hearing this, Sue replied that it was autumn season, so it is quite natural for the creeper to shed its leaves. So can you imagine what will be or what was Jhansi's response? She said that she would die when the last leaf fell. She also added that she had known this for last 3 days. So while hearing this, Sue got irritated and she replied that this did not make any sense. The leaves had nothing to do with her health. And not only Sue, the doctor was also sure that she would recover. Then Jhansi remained quiet and Sue got a bowl of soup for Jhansi. But Jhansi did not accept the soup because she was not hungry, and then she said that 4 leaves were remaining on the ivy plant and she wanted to see the fall of the last leaf before sunset, and then she could die peacefully. So while hearing this, Sue was very much worried and she tried to show her affection towards Jhansi, and she said that Jhansi would not die, and she kept the curtain always open because she needed the light to complete the painting. So Sue requested Jhansi not to look out of the window. So at that time Jhansi agreed and asked Sue to finish the painting so that she could be in time to see the last fall of the ivy leaf, and she was tired of waiting to see it. Then Sue asked her to get some sleep. As she had to paint an old miner, she would call upon their neighbor Berman to a model for her. So Jhansi agreed and asked Sue to finish the painting so that she could be in time to see the last leaf fall of the ivy plant, and she was tired of waiting to see it. So Sue asked her to get some sleep, and as she has to paint an old miner, she would call upon their neighbor, that is Mr. Berman, to be a model for her. So the character Berman, who was their neighbor and he lived on the ground floor, he is also an important character in the story. Now Sue rushed down and Berman lived on the ground floor, so she went downstairs to the ground floor of the house where Berman lived, and he was a 60-year-old painter, and he aspired to paint a masterpiece. Then Sue discussed Jhansi's condition. So at that time Sue discussed Jhansi's condition to Mr. Berman, and she said that Jhansi was sure that she would die when the last leaf fall off from the ivy plant. So while hearing this, Berman commented that Jhansi was being silly. So Sue said that Jhansi was suffering from high fever, she had pneumonia and she was not eating well, and she was very much worried about Jhansi. So after hearing all these things, Berman decided to see Jhansi. Then they entered into the room, and at that time Jhansi was sleeping. Then Sue drew the curtains together and they went to the next room. She peeped out through the window. There was only 1 leaf left on the ivy plant, and at that time it was raining heavily and an icy cold wind was blowing. It seemed as though the leaf would fall off any minute now, and Berman did not say a word and he just went back to his room. Then the next morning Jhansi woke up and in a weak voice she asked to Sue to open the curtains, and Sue was very much worried and hesitantly she drew the curtains, but she was very much glad as she announced that still there was 1 leaf on the ivy plant and it appeared green and healthy. It hadn't fallen despite the storm. Then Jhansi said that she had heard the winds the previous night and she had thought that the leaf would definitely fall, and she added that it would fall that day for sure, and then she would die too. She said that she had heard the winds the previous night and she had thought that the leaf would definitely fall, and she added that it would fall that day for sure and then she would die too. But at that time, Sue said that Johnsy would not die and she had to live for friends. She also added that she would become lonely if Johnsy died. Hearing this, Johnsy just smiled and closed her eyes because now her condition was becoming more worse. And after almost every hour, she would look out of the window, but still the leaf was there, and it seemed that the leaf was stuck. It seemed that the leaf was stuck to the creeper. Again, there was another storm that evening, but that time also the leaf did not fall, and Johnsy kept on looking at it. Then again she called Sue. So after seeing this last leaf, it created a ray of hope inside Johnsy, and she called Sue and she said that she had been a bad girl, and Sue looked after her while and she did not cooperate and she always remained sad. The last leaf had made her realize her mistake, and she said that the desire to die was a wrong one. So children, while hearing this, Sue was very much happy and she hugged Johnsy. Then she gave her lots of hot soup and a mirror. Then Johnsy combed her hair and she smiled very brightly. And that afternoon, the doctor came to visit Johnsy, and he said that the desire to live was back in Johnsy and he was sure that she would recover. Then he went downstairs to check Berman, who was suffering from pneumonia. So Berman was also affected by pneumonia, and there was no hope that he would recover because he was a very old person. He was turned 60. So the doctor was not sure whether he could recover or not. Next morning, Sue sat beside Johnsy and told her that Berman died that morning. So now Berman was no more because he was affected by pneumonia and he died. And he had been ill she says to Johnsy that he had been ill for the last 2 days, and he was the caretaker of the building. His clothes and shoes were wet because he was shivering, and he had gone out at night during the storm. So for doing something, he had gone out during that storm. Then they found a ladder and a lantern still lighted lying near his bed. Then so many paint brushes, green and yellow colored paint, were also lying nearby. So can you guess what he was doing during that night? Let us see. Sue asked Johnsy to look at the leaf. Sue then asked Johnsy to look at the leaf. It did not flutter even when the wind blew. That is, it is not moving at all. However, or whatever happens, the leaf was not at all moving, because it was the masterpiece that Berman aspired to paint. You got it? So the last leaf which was stuck to the creeper was the masterpiece done by our Mr. Berman. And Berman was sure that during the heavy storm, definitely the leaf will fall. So at that time, when the last leaf fell at that night, he painted the last leaf. So children, in this story, to save Johnsy's life, here Berman's masterpiece acts as a ray of hope. It is one of my favorite story. I hope you also will like this story very much. So children, after watching this video, once again you read the story, then you will get the real feel of the story. Okay? So let's wind up the session. Meet you in the next class. Till then, it's bye from your Aparna teacher.